Hello everybody, so today's video is going to be a little thing to see if you can beat this cave called Plunder Palace without killing a single bread bug. And if you're seeing this video, that means it kind of worked, or maybe it didn't. And I'm just tricking, I'm kidding. I wouldn't trick people. I don't like videos that trick people. Although well, you'll find out if this is true. Anyways, so first thing I did in the cave was I went to 4-1, and you see that little fella right there, that little guy waddling around. That's a bread bug. That is a bread bug. The whole deal with the bread bugs is that if you see right here, this guy's dragging a little, like, I think that's like a poker chip or just a game chip. They'll drag objects and dead enemies back to their, like, burrows. I don't think it's... Cause sometimes they hide them in grass, and sometimes, as you see right here, they hide them in dirt. But what I didn't know is that bread bugs will actually not only carry treasures, but as you can see here, they also carry dead enemies. So I had to basically take the treasure while the bread bug was carrying something else, like a dead enemy or a different treasure or something, to get the treasures. And as you see here, that bread bug almost went to go back and get the treasure, but began to ignore me. Here's a clip of it burying something. So these bread bugs, kind of like, oh yeah, so the goal was not to kill one when I accidentally, like, hit it, which is fine because it just ran away, so that's pretty good, and I learned that I can just hit them without having to risk losing this challenge I made for myself. Next 4 had no bread bugs, but just a few downy snagrets, which sometimes hide in eggs. As you can see right there, they don't like really hurt your Pikmin, so I decided to try and not kill those either. There's an example of why purples and rock Pikmins are why they're like the best for quickly beating anything. Yeah, so this 4 was pretty easy, just some gold nuggets, which I really most of the time I forget to actually pick up the gold nuggets for some reason. Don't know why, I just kind of like forget they're there and never pick them up. So then I went down to the next sub-level. Also, don't mind if some of my videos have like friend notifications and stuff. That just means my friends are playing games. Yeah, I completed a lot of treasure series when I was doing this challenge. Like this toy robot series, and I think there was one other one. It's the one that has like the calculator. I don't know. Anyway, so I went down to the next sub-level of the cave, which you'll see in a moment. Sub-level 3 isn't a big cave, but then again, most caves have like 4, 5, 6 sub-levels. It's really only the final cave that has a lot. It has 20. Anyways, this sub-level has just one of those weird porcupine guys. I don't really like how they look. They're like weird. They look like a bladder. So my first idea was to try and use bombs, but then I realized that, like, I don't know, it felt a little bit unfair because I could just beat this thing normally. So after I was like, yeah, I decided to reset, and instead of using bombs, I used purples. Yeah, this is why you should use purples. Like, look at this. I'm really glad that they made purples good again, because in Pikmin 3, purples didn't really do anything. They were just normal Pikmin that were slow and could carry 10 times. But I think that's also because rock Pikmin were a thing back then. Anyways, next 4 had bread bugs again. And I think some of them were a bit bugged because, like, this this little bread bug right here that was dragging the Jousmite eventually got stuck with a card, which you'll see in a moment, and was spinning in place. This floor was just kind of annoying because it also had the Waddle Quaff. The Waddle Quaff is that like weird dodo bird vacuum cleaner gourd shaped bird looking thing. Yeah, here's the bread bug with the card. I took my Pikmin off of it, but then it would just not go anywhere and keep dragging in a circle. I think that's because the nearest burrow was full. Like, if you see right here, he's still dragging it in a circle. And still dragging it. I decided to do the little warning tap strategy to see if I could get him to not stop dragging it. And then, I think this was the final floor. So, final floor was pretty cool. It had 10 treasures on one sub-level, but that's not the big deal with this final floor. Big deal was that the final floor has giant bread bugs, which they were actually introduced in Pikmin 2, so they're not like the Jumbo Bulborb. They aren't just a bigger bread bug. They actually have a different look to them, which you'll see in a moment. That's a giant bread bug. Now, giant bread bugs are cool and all. This also had some bull bears, tiny ones, big one. Yeah. So with the bull bears, I could actually distract the giant bread bugs. But if you see over in the corner of this shot, the corner of this shot, that's a numbered gate over by my Sparklium. That means it's kind of like a boss room, so I have to kill some form of boss, which was the giant bread bugs. I'm sorry. Sorry, I know they're silly looking, they're goofy fellows. They also aren't like completely neutral. They can actually run at you. Like, it doesn't kill Pikmin like how miniature snoot whackers can actually kill Pikmin. They just knock them over. But yeah. Also, funny thing is, that means that technically this challenge is true. You can beat this cave without killing bread bugs, but you can't beat it without killing giant bread bugs, and they're two separate enemies. Like, I wouldn't really consider the Jumbo Bulborb to be like a really separate enemy. Like, it's still a Bulborb and stuff, but like, I mean, yeah, you can argue that like you can't really beat it without beating bread bugs, but so that was my attempt. Didn't kill a normal bread bug, had to kill the giant bread bugs because of the numbered gate. So that was trying to beat this cave without hurting any normal bread bugs. Yeah. See you in the next video. Oh, and also comment if you are indeed a purple Pikmin.